pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. And boy, a rough start to this one as this kick goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check 26, check 26.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Flushed out right. And his first look is incomplete. So this game of ours, Charles, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Trey Cohen. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Fields. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man left side. It's the tight end Tunyon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Second and 11 now. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end Tunyon. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. This defense for the Bears, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tonyan. And they'll get this down to the 10. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Pass, catch, 1st down for Tonyan. Undrafted at Indiana State, but he really came on in 2020. 52 catches, and even more importantly, 11 touchdowns.
From the 10, 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. They'll roll him out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Rodgers again now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3. Watch the team. Watch the team. Back the team. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Now Fields. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On first down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. He finds Howard complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Mike's 15. Mike's 15. Push him back. Push him back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fields being chased out left. And Graham on the ground. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Fields on the sneak. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bears have taken the lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find two unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, two heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20, ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
On first down, it's Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Going to throw deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now with shotgun handoff to Cohen. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. That's caught by Howard. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line. Mike's 15, Mike's 15. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
First down, a run with Cohen. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15, all right? I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
And it's a wobbler, but he does get it to go as it creeps over the bar. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So not the most convincing of kicks, but he got it to go.
Yeah, from a short distance, you expect a little bit more out of that kick, but the bottom line is what?
3 points.
3 points. Doesn't matter how it looked. It still counts the same.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers, he gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards the final tally. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have drawn even here with the extra point to come. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. On the move to his left. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing in the colleges delivered to the NFL.
Fields on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 15's the mic. 15. I got 15. You're not ready. You're not ready. Hey, look, we're going to go Mike 15, guys. Mike 15. Heavy on the edges. Mike 15.
Fields now to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Hey, Mike's 15. Mike's 15. You ain't going nowhere. Watch that. Check.
Fields on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And Graham's got it, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half.
52 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Now a first down throw, Fields.
Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Fields flushed out right, throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Check, check.
Here's Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Rodgers now to throw. He hits Adams complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw is Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They'll definitely say that that's what he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon. So apparently, neither guy is immune.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Fields sliding out of the pocket. Over the middle, complete. It's Graham. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On the give, this is Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
66 yards rushing for him now, and what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch 15. Watch 15. Mike 15.
Steps away. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
The Packers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Rodgers going to throw. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Randall Cobb, 88 yards. And the Packers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. Well, now how about this return? And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, wide open. Complete.
Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Now the point after try for Santos. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Rodgers on the return.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nice pickup. 10 yards and a first down on the keeper.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited till the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
And he'll go down at the 28. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Back to throw, Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Fields out to it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there.
It's now 3rd down.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win